So I was sitting down working and I've got like a pretty good system set up for myself, right? So I really know what I need to do for the day and I'm tracking everything. So I wanted to show you how I do this. So I created, so obviously I'm on Trello and I created a workspace that's actually called Margaret's Color 10. You know what? I'm just going to share my screen so that you guys can see it, except for I don't want to be, okay, here we go. So here it is, right? So in Trello, I'm going to go back here. You'll notice that we have what is called workspaces, right? So I have Margaret's Color 10. These are just other boards. I have an academy that's called Screw It, Just Do It. So that's my academy. I have Team Nail Republic. I have trainings. Okay. So those are my workspaces. So inside the workspaces, I get 10 boards. So if you click the arrow down, it'll say boards right here. So if I click on the boards, this is what's inside this workspace, right? This is Margaret's Color 10 board. So what do I have in here? So I have my DMO, which is my daily method of operation. And those are things like post on Facebook, post on Instagram, make a reel, make stories, right? Follow up with customers, get out samples, right? Follow up with hostess, get a hostess, right? So those are all my like daily tasks that I do. Now, how I organize the tasks is I'll say like, even if like you're a leader, you have to work your business first, right? So I'm always about, we're a party-based system. And so I'm really pushing getting parties, right? So that's the first thing I think of in the morning. Do I have a party booked? Even if it's just one, just one is better than none, right? So I will make sure that I have a party on the books. So that's like number one. If I don't have a party on the books, then I go into that recruiting blitz and I just start messaging people to see if I can get a party booked, right? So that's number one. After I have that party booked, then I just make sure that I'm, working with the hostess and going through that like list, the hostess coaching. What I also do though, is I like to make sure that I'm getting out new samples. Now, if I have a party booked, I can offer samples to the people who have never tried Color Street inside the party. Or if I don't have one booked, I can start messaging people to see if I can find somebody that hasn't tried it before, right? But the most important part is that you're working from a list. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. So I have a sample board, right? So anytime anybody requests a sample, or if I ask them if they want to try a sample, they go onto this board, right? My VIP members are all on this board. Orders placed. They're my follow-up system, okay? And opportunity event follow-up system, I have a board just for Canadians, okay? Facebook parties and hostess coaching, and I have a leadership board and Margaret's hostess coaching, which is just like a separate one. So this is how I work. I don't open up Facebook right away. I sit down and I work my business strategically first, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna get so distracted. I get distracted very easily. So if you're like me, you need to create a system for yourself. The reason why I like Trello is because I can bounce in and out of Facebook. So I was just working on like my Canadian list. All right. So I'm going to click on the board, right? There's people's names in here. So I'm going to have to keep this unlisted. I probably shouldn't do that. All right, let me think about this for 1 second. All right, let me go into Margaret's sales funnel because it has people's names in it. So I really shouldn't be like doing it. But what I wanted to show you was the list of what I have. Okay, so so inside that Canadian board is just a list of people, right? And their names go down on these cards. So pretend this is the Canadian board, right? So what I do is I write up on the top, I did an event that had a lot of Canadians in it. So I put from event, I put vendors from event. That was at the top here. So what I did was like this, guys. So vendors, and then I put you know, people inside the event, right? Because I need to start making connections with them. And then what I did was I started writing their names in there, right? So every person that I connected with got a card. And then inside the card, I put their Facebook URL. So I'm just going to go to Facebook so I can show you guys. I'm just going to go to my page. So as I was friend requesting people, I would go to their Facebook page, copy the URL, go back to Trello, put it in the description, and hit save. Okay, so now I have this person's name. I know she's a Canadian because I looked to see if she was. I know she was in vendor. You know, Sarah was just inside the group, but I friend requested her because she was Canadian, and I'm really trying to, you know, push the product out to Canada, right? So now I have a list, and it's pretty big, guys. It's a pretty big list, right? So how am I keeping track of all this is inside Trello. It's inside a board. So I just messaged probably about 20 to 30 people in probably about 30 minutes, right? And all I did was I clicked on it. I went to her profile. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's like, you know, you can see a lot of Facebook things are open because I've been going to people's profiles. I'll look at their picture. I'll even like look to see, oh, I can't message myself. I look to see, hey, have I messaged them? Because everybody that I connected with on the event, I personally messaged them saying, hey, I just want to invite, I just wanted to personally invite you to the event. I'm so happy that you joined us. Can't wait to get to know you better. That simple, right? Copy, paste. And I just went down the line. But the most important thing is how am I keeping connected with them? The event is now over, right? But I have all these people on this board, right? They're inside my workspace. So let me go back here, right? I have a special board. Where do they go? Right here that says Canadians, right? So, and as you can see, every time I go to a different card, right? Like the names, right? Oh, let me tell you what else I do, right? So I might do like 5 or 10, right? And then it's like, okay, how do you remember where you left off? I put the date. Okay, so like it might look like this, and then there's a whole bunch of people underneath her. So then I know, okay, those are all the people from 1014 above. These are all the 1014 below, right? So when you're trying to make connections with people, if you don't have a list, or if you're not working from a list, it's going to be all over the place, right? You need to track everything. Okay. Everything needs to be tracked. And once you track it, you'll know, okay, this is what I did today. So I can go to any one of my boards and I can say, okay, I reached out to 10 Canadians today. I reached out to 10 customers, right? I reached out to 5 people for samples. I reached out to 5 VIP members. I got a party, right? So those, I can strategically look to see what I have done. All right. And if you guys want more information about how I do this and how I work, I am more than willing to get on like a private Zoom call to really kind of get you getting in the flow. Because I've been doing it for 4 years, I've got a huge database, right? I've got 3,000 people on my Facebook wall. How am I managing that? This is how I'm doing it, right? We have a pretty large team. I have like in my DMOs, I have like a little checklist. I've got, you know, people's Facebook message URLs there so that like on a specific day, I can just go through, right? And say messaged. And I'm not, so if I'm working from a board like this, I'm not getting distracted from working from here. This is a huge distraction. Okay. So you want to work from a strategic place, if that makes sense. All right, guys, just wanted to share my little workflow with you. I should probably check to see, I don't know, it didn't pop up. Sometimes it pops up a different screen. It says I'm live, so that's weird. Let me just make sure there's no questions before I get off. Let's see. One second. Just because I don't want to get off if you guys have questions. Oh, Easy Awesome Nails just said good morning. All right, so I hope that was helpful. But like I said, a lot of people are dabbling into Trello right now. It's an amazing tracking system. It's an amazing, is it a system? I guess it is, or a tool. It's an amazing tool to work your business from. All right. So like I said, if you need more help with it, please reach out. Maybe I was going to say I could email this, but I don't want you guys to have too many emails. So maybe I'll have like your leaders tag you in this, because if you want a tracking system, this is free. All right. Happy Thursday. Bye.